Okay, this video is going to show you how to find the standard deviation and mean, median, mode, quartiles, etc. Everything you need in the statistics section of your textbook, which is chapter 16. So I go to statistics mode. I've already shown you in this mode distribution when we looked at the binomial distribution, but today I'm going to show you actually using this table. The first thing I'm going to do is delete everything from this table, and you can see I did that just by scrolling along till I found delete. Okay, we're now ready to go. So let's say I've got a list of data. This is a very basic example now. So let's say I've got a list of data, some people's shoe sizes. So I'm just going to type into my list one some people's shoe sizes in a class of 10 people. Let's say they're my shoe sizes. Okay, so that's my list there. Now, very simple. All I have to do is click calc. And I've only got one list there, so I'm only ever going to use the one variable at the moment. So I'd select that, and you'll see, straightforward enough, it's given me my X bar, that's my mean shoe size. It's also given me some other information which is really handy for finding standard deviation. So I've got sigma x squared. The next one, lowercase sigma, we know that means standard deviation. So it's not only giving me that information that would help me, but it's also giving me the standard deviation there, 1.7578. It's also given me n, which is 10. Scrolling down a bit more, this is really handy for if I want to draw a box plot, which I could be asked to do in this chapter. I've got the minimum shoe size, the maximum shoe size, the lower quartile, the median, and the upper quartile. Everything I need to draw my box plot. I've also got the mode in case I can't do that by looking. So that is how to find it with just a list of data. But often in this section of the book, you've actually not just got a list, you've got a table of information. So if I come out of that and I go back to this section here, I'm going to delete that bit, so I can push exit, scroll along till I get delete. I'm actually going to use the example which is on page 327 of the Cambridge book, which is 16.8. So I'm going to use this example, which is a small one to do with passengers in a car. So I type in my information exactly as it looks on the screen, on the page. I'm going to type it in. So then this is the frequencies here. So there were 32 people with no passengers in their car, 16 people with one passenger in the car, and 2 people with 2 passengers in the car. So I have that there. Now before I can do any of this calculating stuff, I need to edit my settings slightly. I need to go into calc, and then I need to click set. And at the moment you'll see I've got the x's are in list 1, which is exactly what we have. We have x is list 1. What we want it is that list 2 becomes our frequencies, the number of cars. And so we need to set that up. At the moment it's not set up. So I just have to scroll down and select list 2 is my frequencies. That's all I have to do, but I just need it to say that I need the calculator to understand that these are frequencies related to this. Once I've got that, I go back into one variable because I'm only working with x, and you'll see there that I have the following. I have the mean, which is 0.4, and I have the standard deviation 0.566 to 3 significant figures, exactly how it is on the page in front of you. So that's how to do that. Now if you had a case where you had grouped data, for example, example 16.10, then the calculator is not that clever to do group data. What you'd need to do, just like I guess how you do it by hand, is your X list, rather than writing 10 to 12, which just doesn't work on a calculator, you have to type in your midpoints manually. So the midpoint of 10 to 12 is 11, and so on, and you'd have to set that up, and then just remember to go to calc and then set it to make sure your frequencies are in list 2. So that is how to find some information using the statistics mode on your calculator.